Today we're going to be talking about why you keep feeling like you're starting all over in business and how to break that cycle. Do you ever feel like you're always starting all over again? Like no matter what you do, you see yourself right back where you started? Yes, I've felt that too, and trust me, it's exhausting. Hi, welcome to day 9 of Event Pro Real Talk. 20 days of sharing the raw, real and unfiltered side of building a business. Now, whether you're an event planner, a creative, or just an ambitious entrepreneur trying to figure things out, this series is for you. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the most painful, draining patterns that nobody really talks about. Constantly starting over. That cycle of creating something, launching it, and then somehow you see yourself end up right back at square one. I'm going to begin this discussion by starting with why this happens, mentally and emotionally. Now, let's break this down. You see, most of the time, we think we are starting all over because we have failed. But truthfully, we are restarting because, first of all, we didn't build from a solid background. We didn't build from a solid base to begin with. Now, many of us are building from emotion. We don't build from intention. We build from urgency. The urgency to want to make money, to want to be rich, not from clarity. We build from pressure, not from peace. Before you know it, you see yourself hopping around from one new idea to another, then another, then another. 1 week, it's a webinar. Tomorrow, it's a course. Next week, it's maybe a coaching program or another product line, or maybe, let me just go back to my 9 to 5. That is not strategy. That is panic. That is survival mode. That is not how to build a proper business. I'll give you my own story. I'll tell you my own story. I call it the loop. There was a time that I changed my brand name about 3 times in 1 year. I kept thinking, maybe people were not buying because my colors were not professional enough, or maybe my logo didn't look premium enough, or maybe my offer was wrong. So I just kept changing. Or I was like, maybe event planning is not profitable, it's not giving me the kind of money I'm looking for. And then I'm thinking of another business, or I'm thinking of another thing to start. I just kept rebuilding from scratch, going everywhere, redesigning. I would launch over and over, and still, guess what? No sales. Now, you know what was actually wrong? It was because I was unclear of who I was trying to help. I didn't believe in what I was selling, and I kind of saw myself doing too much, too soon, and with no systems to hold it together. It kept me really demoralized and demotivated. It felt like I don't know what I'm doing. Now, let's talk about how to break this cycle of having to start over. One thing I learned from all of those phases is clarity before creativity. It is important to understand your goal, your vision, before you start pouncing on them. Now, stop trying to out-design your doubt. Stop trying to out-design your doubt. You don't need a new logo. You just need a solid, simple offer that solves a real, actual problem. Now, clarity gives your creativity a direction. Review. Don't restart. Sit down, review what you're doing. Don't just trash what you've built. Go back and ask yourself, what has worked so far? What did not work? What could I have done differently? Now, this is how real businesses grow. Through reflection, not continuous reinvention. Sit down, figure out, what am I doing wrong? Where can I improve? What are things? Trust your vision, trust your goal, trust your dream, right? And be willing to see it work out. Don't be so quick to leave it and jump into something else. There are so many reasons why people start a business. Of course, business is to make money. But there are some other reasons too. There are things like impact. So many other reasons why you should start a business, right? So don't let the fact that you're not meeting, or maybe you're not seeing that vision yet, stop you from doing it. And then you see yourself running into, you now start all over again. Next, I would say is offer one thing at a time. Have one core offer at a time. Pick one thing, just one thing. Package it well. Deliver it excellently. Repeat it. Improve it. Build your name on it. Now, don't try to do 5 things halfway, then do one thing powerfully. No. Take one thing. Give yourself a timeline. Build on it. Give it all you can. Give it all your best. Right? Let people know you by it. Say, this is what I do. This is what I am. The next tip I would say is use a system, not just passion. Don't just let your passion drive you. Systems remove emotion from your business. I keep talking about systems, but people feel like, oh, no, having a proper system, having a proper strategy helps, remove those, you see people spending hours praying in church. Meanwhile, they're not doing the right things. God has given us the ability to do all these things that we need to do. They are in it. They are in us. We just have to bring them out. But you see people spending hours doing the wrong things. Systems keep you steady when you feel like quitting. Now, that's why I have built my ELITE Toolkit, to hold me accountable to structure. Not just vibes here and there. You need a lead tracker. You need a pricing document. You need weekly goals, launch steps, because without systems, you see yourself keep going in circles. Now, I'm going to talk about the signs that you're actually growing, even though it doesn't feel like it. Now, listen, growth is not always loud. It's not always glaring. Sometimes it's pretty quiet. If you have been able to gain more clarity now than maybe when you started, maybe in the past few months, you have grown. If you've been able to launch something, even though it didn't go well, you have grown. If you've been able to set better boundaries with your clients, you've been able to figure out your pricing, your strategy, your systems, that is growth. If you've been able to increase your pricing, if you've been able to show up even when no one clapped for you, no one cheered you up, that is growth. So stop disqualifying your own journey just because it doesn't look like someone else's highlight reel. Okay? Now, if you're tired of constantly starting again, you don't need more motivation. You need a map. You need a structure. This again is why I have created the ELITE Toolkit. It is not just about pretty templates, right? It's a step-by-step framework to help you plan your week, to help you build your offers, to help you track your income, to help you create workflows and set prices that don't scare you. I use it. My students use it. And if structure is what you need, it's here for you. The link is in the description. Now, if you feel like you're always starting again, I want you to hear this. You're not failing. You are learning how to build better. Now, you don't need to become someone else. You don't need a new business idea. You just need to focus, simplify, and structure. Take this video as your turning point. No more starting all over. Now, this is where you start building for real. So if you felt this, do drop a comment and let me know your biggest takeaway. Subscribe for day 10 tomorrow and grab the toolkit because starting over ends here and now. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow for day 10. Bye.